Okay, so I'm going to show you how I sharpen a knife in this knife sharpening system that I have built. So today I have one of my one of my many wives now. I have my wife's favorite kitchen knife here. This is an unknown Henkel knife. Again, I bought this for like 30 cents at a thrift store. The edge is starting to go on it. Let's see. Still has a little bit of an edge, but tell you what, for good measure, let's make sure that it loses that edge. All right. Doesn't get any duller than that. These are the belts that I'm going to be sharpening with today. These are the Norton Norax series of belts, and these are rated in micron. So today I'm going to be stepping through all of the belts that I have, 100 micron, 65, 45, 16, and to finish it off, a 5 micron belt. And then I'm going to go ahead and strop it. And I've been experimenting with this diamond paste that I got off of Amazon for really cheap. I really like it. It's actually rated at 5 microns, which is the same as this belt, but I have really liked the edge that I've been getting with this blue diamond paste. And you can get this stuff from China for really cheap. So that's how we're going to finish the knife off. Alright, so we're going to get started with our 100 micron belt here. Okay. Okay, looks like we have a very nice burr across the entire blade. Just going to give it a couple more passes for good measure. That diamond angle grinder wheel that I dulled it on did a number on it, so make sure that we have that burr across the entire edge. The area that I'm struggling with a little is the base here, so I'll give it a little bit of extra attention. Okay, got a nice burr across the entire edge now, so we'll start stepping the grit. Now you'll notice that I'm not going really quick with my strokes here, and the reason for that is this machine is so slow, this blade is not heating up. And that is one of the advantages to building a slower belt surface speed machine. Alright. I only use these belts for sharpening. I don't use them for any other work. Starting to see that edge, or that we're starting to see the burr get pulled off by these finer grits. The burr is getting very hard to feel at this point. I think it's facing... All right, let's move on to strop. Now that I have my wire edge on the knife, it's time to go ahead and hone it. So I'm going to throw some of this 5 micron compound on my strop here, and I probably use too much of this stuff, but I'm just going to put a few dots here. Probably don't even need to put any on for this session, but why not? Now this blue compound does pretty good for it's diamond stropping compound, so it will cut hard steels. I really like it on VG10. I found that it strops those harder steels nicely. But I've also really enjoyed how well it strops these slightly softer steels. Not that this is a super soft steel, but it's not VG10. So I'll go ahead and strop the knife. And my goal is just to pull that burr off here. You don't have to pay a lot of money for a strop. This strop was made using a leather belt blank that they sell at your local hobby store. And the piece of wood that it is glued onto is just a piece of oak that was actually in the trash can at Home Depot near the saw. It was a cutoff that somebody didn't want and discarded in the trash can. And when I asked an employee if I could buy this at a discounted price, they told me that I could just have it. So I put this double-sided strap together. I believe these belt blanks are about $10. And then I used a rubber cement to fix the leather to the board. I have experimented with a leather belt on my sharpener, and I do not prefer that. I feel like nothing beats stropping a knife by hand as far as honing that final edge. I've had the best luck doing it by hand. I'm just going to give this a couple more passes here. Doesn't need a whole lot. This is pretty aggressive stropping compound. You don't want to press too hard with this stropping compound. It does have a little bit of bite to it. It's not like the white stropping compound that I've noticed, it kind of benefits from pressing a little bit harder with that stuff. That has not been my experience with this diamond paste honing compound. I'm just going to give it a couple more passes here. And I think we're almost there. In fact, we probably are there. Okay. Alright, so we have our knife stropped. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a once over with some Windex here to get all of that sticky stropping compound off of it. And let's make sure it's nice and dry. Let's see how we did. Okay, so here's how the blade came out. Not sure it's focusing on that. There we go. Not too bad. Nice mirror finish. But does it cut? That's what really matters. Okay, definitely passes the nail test. Let's grab some phone book paper here. Looks sharp to me. Those curved cuts, those are hard cuts. Okay. And a double cut there. Yeah, cut a little when we went real sideways. But again, those curved cuts, those are hard cuts, even for a sharp knife. Okay? You want to know if it shaves, don't you? Yep. It shaves. Alright, so I snuck some of my wife's fancy tomatoes out in the garage. This is a kitchen knife after all, so let's see what it can do. I don't want to get them dirty, so okay. Oh yeah. So not holding it, just relying on the friction of the tomato on the cutting board. Some nice thin slices for you. Do a bigger one. Oh, too big. Well, I think you get the picture. That's just the weight of the knife. Sharp enough for me. I've just thought of one more test for you here. That's sharp. So I recently saw this test on another YouTube video, and they treated it like it was the ultimate of sharpness tests. And you probably know as well as I do that when it comes to sharp knives, you know, at this point, all of the different sharpness tests out there is nothing more than, you know, parlor tricks to show off your sharpening skills. But in that particular video, the claim was that you could never sharpen a knife on a machine and have it end up as sharp as a stone. And this was their ultimate test for that, and it was you know, $100 Japanese knife that they were doing it with. And here you can see that my 30-cent thrift store Hinkle was able to perform identically. So I have no problem with machine sharpening. I find it a lot more convenient, and that's why I built this machine. Thanks for tuning in, and if you have any questions or if you want any update videos on future versions of this machine, then leave me a comment below. Thanks. Bye.